Hello my friends, and welcome back to another live programming video. Today we're going to be doing some more fearless refactoring on Komorebi, the tiling window manager for Windows. In our last video, we took a look at changing float identifiers, and the refactor that we did involved changing this vec to take an ID with identifier instead of just a plain string. And this allowed us to do some pretty nice stuff when we were doing checks. When we're looking to see if a window is eligible to be married, we check against these float identifiers. But now we have a matching strategy, and that matching strategy can be either the legacy matching strategy, which is a bit of a mess, a pure equals, a starts with, an ends with, a contains, or a regex. I think we implemented legacy and equals last time, so why don't we pick up from here and continue. I am trying for the first time to do this video in a DPI setting of 175, so hopefully it looks very good for all of you. It is very difficult for me staring at a 38-inch ultra-wide monitor with everything this big, but I will do my best as we go on. So we implemented legacy and equals. We can now implement the next one, which is starts with. And here, instead of equals, we'll have starts with. This is pretty straightforward. I think the next one too should be pretty straightforward, because the next one is ends with. So why don't we just do a replace here? Starts, ends. There we go. Making progress. And then one more for contains. It's going to be contains. You know what, why don't we do it like this? Yeah. Ends with, change that to contains. And now we are on to regex, I think. Yeah. So we need to think about this one a little bit. We need to think about where we're going to store these, right? Because we don't want to build them on the fly every single time, right? Yeah, we definitely don't want to do that. So I guess first we need to see, do we have the regex crate here? We do not. RSTPQR. So I'll add that. Oh, regex crate. We have this here. So let's take a look. So you construct a new regex, which it requires an allocation, I guess. It compiles a new regex. So we don't want to compile every time we do a match. Ideally, I guess what we would like is some kind of map. Yeah. So I think we only want to ever compile the regex once, so that it's just created once when the rule is loaded, and then it can just be looked up in a hash map reference and compared against. I think, right? I think. So let's head over to process command. We have float rule. And here we push ID with identifier. So I guess we can create a global hash map here. Let me see if this works out the way that I want it to work out. Regex identifiers. And this is going to be a hash map of string to regex. Let's import that. Use regex. String to regex. Cool. And so we should do this as soon as we add the float rule. So let regex identifiers equals regex. Are you going to complete? Yes, thank you. We'll take a lock on that hash map. Yeah. And then I guess this is going to be mutable, so we're going to change it. So we're going to do if. Okay, so we'll do two things, right? First, we'll try to create the regex. I don't. So this could fail. And I guess if it fails, we can log out the failure. It'd be nice to return some. I mean, yeah, it doesn't even make sense to return the feedback because you're going to need to check the logs anyway. Okay, so we'll try and do. So, okay, we'll do a matches. If identifier. No. Wait, is it? Ah, this isn't going to work here. Damn it. All right. Okay, yeah, I think this is going to be difficult to retrofit here. So wait, ID with identifier. Kind is application identifier. Right, we said we're not going to pass a matching strategy into the Komorebi C command. What we're going to do rather is make sure that this works on the static configuration and the configuration loading. So, ooh, okay. Wait, let me git restore, wait, git def head process command. What did I change there? Yeah, let's restore that. Okay, we don't need that there. We'll go into static config. And we have float identifiers here. Then if matches without, oh, we should start at the top, right? Because that is the second usage. Very hard to navigate when everything is this big. All right, so this is the first time we check the float identifiers. If we don't have one, we default to legacy, And if matches identifier.matching strategy, if it is some matching strategy regex, then we're going to try to construct the we're going to try to construct the regex. Let re equals regex new, and that is going to be identifier dot. Hey, why aren't you working? Identifier dot ID. So we'll try and construct the regex. It's 521. Oh, 521. Yeah. So if that's successful, we will, let's just get this once. Like everything else. Import. Yes. If that can compile to a regex, we will regex identifies the entry API. No, we just want to push over whatever's there. We'll do the last thing wins. Let's do an insert. And we will insert using identifier.id as the key, and then the regex. Expected string. Can this even take a stir? Oh, I'm gonna have to bring in lifetimes if I do this, aren't I? Yeah, I don't want to do a specific lifetime, so we'll just clone that string. It happens once on startup. I think we can pay the penalty here. So okay, that's this case. And then the next case is without comment when we're taking it from the ASC file. So we're going to do something similar here, just change around the variable names. And that will give us actually this should go here, because we don't even want to bother doing that unless we're pushing. So we'll keep all those things kind of together. So if the contains fails, then we do something. Cool. So these are our main two methods of adding regexes, which means that we have the possibility to actually do a regex match here. So we'll get the float identifiers, we'll get the lock, and we'll also get the lock on the regex identifiers here. Regex identifiers. Need to import that. So where were we? Right at the bottom. So now we need to do regex identifiers get. Yes, we're gonna get identifier.id if let some regex Then we'll do regex is match. Is that how it works? Well, I don't want captures. I just want simple matching. Okay, that looks like what I want. re.is match, and we are testing against, in this case, the title. Cool. I think that's how it's gonna work. And so here we'll match against the class. Oh, we should also yeah, okay. If it is a match, then we set should float to true. That's what we want. Yeah. And here we're doing that against the class. And then finally, we will do that against the executable. Like that. Exe name, executable name. Then we have matched against all of them, so we don't need that unreachable. And with this, I think, oh, those are fine. With this, I think we have managed to implement the regex refactor. I'm just thinking it through. Is there anywhere else that I'm missing? So I guess one way we can do this is just look for anywhere that float identifiers is used. So it's used in main. Maybe we can do float identifiers. Okay, so this is where we actually use these. So in process command, we need to think about how we want to do this, because maybe it needs to be an optional flag that defaults to legacy. But for right now, I'm going to consider that out of scope. Here, when we load float identifiers, if we have a regex matching strategy, we precompile the regex to retrieve when we are checking if the window is illegible to be managed. Oh man, what a wild ride. So that is just one of them. That is just one of them. And so I guess we can also do the same thing for manage identifiers. So it is going to be a vec of ID with identifier. We'll do that and we'll see what breaks. Isn't this fun? Change something, see what breaks. We got 10 errors. Again, we're not going to do too much with the process command, because we need to figure out how we would like to handle the flag, I guess. So we got manage identifiers there. We'll change this to manage identifiers. We'll change this to an M so that it makes sense to us. If should push manage identifiers, we pull in the identifier here. And I think that looks right. So we've updated the manage rule here. Next, we need to move over to the static config. I'm figuring this out by looking over here at bacon, by the way, not just pulling this out of thin air. So we go to line 535. And we're doing some stuff here with manage identifiers. So we will think we can actually just copy and paste and adapt this, right? So let's make a comment, old stuff below here. So we need to make something mutable. We need to make this mutable. So we want to give this, again, a default matching strategy if none is provided so that we don't break the YAML API interface. And here we're going to change this to manage identifiers. And that looks right. I think that looks right. There's nothing to do with floats there, right? No. Manage. So if it doesn't contain, we push, and if there is a regex, we compile the regex. Okay. I am happy with that. 6, 4, 1. Here yeah, no. I want to copy paste that stuff from here. What was it, 525? No, it was a bit further down. Ooh, no, that's not right. Why is that called float? That should be called manage. Manage. Fix that up. Yeah, okay, that looks better. So we got the manage rules. Yeah, okay, we don't have anything to do with float there. We're going to 6, 4, 1. And ooh, this is a little bit different. How did we handle this here? So damn, what does that even look like? I forget. I am forgetting what that even looks like in the YAML file. Why don't we take a look? Applications. So I think we just get like a force, options force. These are options on the entry. Let's just take a look. What can those be? Okay, so we need to go up a little bit to figure this out. Or so it's an entry. Right. Entry dot float identifiers. So float identifiers are separate from... Why the hell did I make it like this? What was I thinking? So here we're just going to get the entry identifier. Right. Yeah, okay, that's what we got there. So... I don't think we need this for. So we're going to do if entry dot identifier dot matching strategy is none. I guess we need to make entry mutable. And then for mute entry, does that work? I got too many errors to even know what's going on. All right, so that looks all right, I guess. Then if manage identifiers contains entry.identifier with a reference. So if it doesn't contain, we'll do identity.entry.identifier.clone. And then if the entry's matching strategy is regex, we will compile a new regex and we will insert that into the regex identifiers hash map. Okay, that was confusing. We have something going on here at line 600. Okay, here we have a managed override, and there's gonna be some copy pasta going on. But it's gonna be a little bit different. So we have manage identifiers, which is an ID with identifier. Okay, so we're doing a similar sort of thing here now, growing the complexity of this case. So this is going to be for identifier and manage identifiers. This is forcibly doing a manage override. This is the legacy. This is the equals. This is starts with, this is ends with. Here we need to pull in from somewhere a proper... Huh. Does that not have oh, because it's scoped differently. Okay. I see. So we get manage identifiers. We'll get the regex identifiers here as well. Gosh. Okay, so this is doing should float. That's not what we want. This is gonna be should manage. So we'll do this here. Let mute should manage equals false to begin with. And then we'll set all of this should be should manage float. Should manage. These 3. Oof. No. I'm just confusing the hell out of myself. This one, this one. Okay, we got him. I think we got him. These all should manage. Cannot impress upon you enough how difficult this is with the DPI set this high. Alright, so this is going to return a true or a false, and that will be determined by should manage. And now we have an issue in the window manager. So let's go to line 127. And I believe we once again need to change this this representation in the state output to be an ID with vec. So there's something that does not need to be mutable here. Okay, that works for me. That works for me. All right, making progress. Making lots and lots of progress. Where should we go from here? Let's check out main again. So we've done manage identifiers, float identifiers. Perma ignore classes can stay, that's going to stay hard-coded. Border overflow identifiers. I guess we should do this one as well. What do we have? So we have border overflow. God, this stupid GitHub. I swear everything they do on the UI just is very counterintuitive from the perspective of myself as a developer. Stop doing things and just let me be. Please, GitHub designers, stop ruining everything. So we have the float identifiers. Knock that out. You know, why don't I just look in the... I have the type information right here. What am I doing? So go to Komorebi core. We'll look at the config generation. So we have float identifiers we've handled. And it's really all of these, right? So we've done the force. We need to do border overflow, tray and multi-window. Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. All right, so we've done force. Let's do tray and multi-window. Let's not do this. I don't want to do... I'll do that next time. What's the other one? Border overflow. Border overflow identifies. Let's do this one. ID with identifier. Let's see what breaks. All the things. All the things. First, we will head to border 118. And so here we want to do something quite similar to this, actually. Wait. It's a set of key presses for this. There it is. So... So not need to scope this. We do not need should manage. We do not need manage identifiers. This is going to be border overflows. Why do you not know the type? Is it... Wait, why do you not know the type? ID with identifier. Isn't that what I put in? Let's pull in regex identifiers. And so this is what we're replacing. To delete me. Sorry, so that's what we're replacing. So we don't have a should manage anymore. We have a should expand border. Let's import a matching strategy, application identifier. And then this is going to be window.title. This is going to be should expand border, right? Yeah, I think it's like this. So in order to make this a little less troublesome, we can declare let title equals window.title, let class equals window class, and let exe name. Yeah, I think that's going to help us the most. So we'll change, what is it? Should manage should be changed to should manage should expand border. I think that's a little bit better. From 31 errors to 13, definitely a little bit better. Can I just do this? Yeah, I can do that. So, okay, looking good. Then we go to process command 9 to... Oh, we're going to have to do a similar thing here, so I'm going to copy paste. We'll just keep these as identifiers. Should push, not manage identifiers, just identifiers. And we need to pull in this identifier here. Nice. Next, we move on to the static config 568. And I believe we'll be doing again something similar to this. Identifier in identifiers. This is going to be a mutable reference. This is going to be identifiers. Create the regex if we need to, push it to the hash map. But this is wrong. This should be border overflow identifiers. This one too. Oh man, did I screw that up for the last one too? Manage identifiers. No, I did not screw that one up. Thankfully. 638. And we're doing something very similar here. Okay. Damn. This is rough. So this is border overflow. This is also border overflow. Sweet. Should not be too many more errors to get through. Gosh, 133. So we're doing the same thing, same sort of thing as we did. Oh, we're gonna have to do it there as well. Such a pain in the butt. Such an absolute pain in the butt. Okay, so between here and here, we want to change should manage to should remove border, right? We do not care about that or about that. For identifier and border overflows. Is that right? Yeah, that's the one. And we can do the same little trick that we did. Let title equal self title take a reference, let class equal self.class take a reference, and let exe name equal self.exe take a reference. Down from 21 errors to 1 error. Not bad. And then the final one, again, is when we are reporting to the state. So now we'll report our ID with identifier. God damn. That is hard work. Like, it's not particularly complex, but I feel like I have to focus a lot. I'm not sure how much of that is directly related to the size of the font on the screen or the scope of the code. Or just, I don't even know. I don't even know. Komorebi application specific. I think actually I have applications dot. Let me see. It might help for me to see. Okay, mine is here. So I'm not even that good at regex, man. Rust regex tester. So I want a regex that's gonna match onepassword.exe. So I think it's starts with onepassword.exe, ends with, is that right? Yeah, okay. So let's say I want that to be my regex. I will change this to type regex, and I will replace, ooh, that's not nice. I will replace this. Okay. Now I'll stop this. I will, yeah, I'll recompile. And so what do I expect to happen here? I expect it to not crash on startup. First of all, I expect it to not crash. I expect that when I look at the state and I look at, you know what, that's not even, oh god, that's not even gonna work, is it? No, because it's not, okay, yeah, forget this one. We need one that is going to, so we didn't do tray, we did, so we implemented it for force. All right, okay, here's a good one. So we can have matching strategy equals regex, and we can do the regex like this. And that should show up both on border overflow and force. Yeah. So Komorebi C start. So far so good. Komorebi C state. We'll use FX to not go crazy. Can I do find here? GOG. Is it Galaxy? Okay, yeah, okay. That's good. That's very good. So we have GOG Galaxy regex in the manage identifiers. We also have it here. We haven't migrated this yet. Oh, but okay, yeah, this is kind of broken. we do need to do that. Yeah, at this point we got to do all of them before I commit. But it's also here. Yeah, what happened? There we go. And we also have it in the border overflow identifiers with the matching strategy regex. So I think we're going to start wrapping up. We're close to an hour. But let me make some notes to myself and all of you. So let's go here. Okay, so we have migrated, or actually maybe we can put to-dos. So we can do done, we can do to-do, migrate me, border overflow is done, layered to-do, migrate me, object name change, to-do, migrate me. So there's a little bit of work left. But we're moving in the right direction, and I am confident that we'll be able to add these very, very much requested and needed regex changes in for the next release. Oh my god, that is so exhausting. I wonder if it was exhausting for you to watch. If you watched this far, you know what? Bravo, because I don't know. It was difficult. It was not difficult. It was just, it required a lot of attention and a lot of thinking. But we're nearly there. We're on the home stretch. So we've done the float identifiers. We've done the force identifiers, the border overflow. And that's it. We just have to match on all of them appropriately. And that should be it. And then I'm not sure if we'll do this for the next release, but we need to figure out what to do here. If we want to make this configurable via Komorebi C dynamic commands as well. How to do that without breaking everyone's config. If anyone has any ideas, send them over. I'm all out of ideas, unfortunately, for now. But it's all right. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it, and we will prevail as we always do. So before I wrap up, a couple of things I wanted to mention. First of all, for the first time, this repository, this project, has 10 dedicated monthly sponsors. That is awesome. That was one of the goals that I had set, and it has been met. It has been met. I can't believe it. Thank you all so very much. I'm going to go through as I always do. Thank you to Michael, Timothy, Leandro, Maxwell, Gustavo, Solomon, Alex, Evan. Evan sucks, but I'm going to say Evan rocks because he is my sponsor. Evan rocks. I think Julian? I know this is Julian. Why isn't it letting me? Anyway, I know Julian and Hisayuki. Thank you all so much. I don't even have the words. It's incredible. Thank you so much for all of the support for all of these months. Yeah, I'm very touched. Thank you very much. If you too would like to sponsor this project, head on over to the repository where you will find the sponsor buttons, and then you can come and decide if you want to be a monthly sponsor, a one-time sponsor. Even if it's $1 a month, you know, it makes a huge difference to me, and I appreciate it so much. So much. The next best thing that you can do, however, if you're not able to be a monthly sponsor, is subscribe to the YouTube channel. We actually hit, since the last video, we hit a huge landmark. Look at this, 553 freaking subscribers. I can't even. That's so amazing. We are well on the road to 1,000 subscribers and being a part of the YouTube partner program. So if you are watching this video and you are not already subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it so very much. And with all of that, I think we are ready to end this installment of the live programming series, session, episode, whatever. I'm fried. I hope that whatever you all do today, you have a great day, and I hope to see you all back here next time. Goodbye for now.